there, I'm Trevor Houston, the creator of the Who You Know Summit, and I'd like to welcome you to the Who You Know Job Networking Show.
On our program, we'd like to show you a job search like you've never seen.
Everything from getting noticed by employers, how to properly format your resume, and how to network effectively using LinkedIn to drive recruiters to your profile.
We even take suggestions from our amazing community.
So if you want to learn all things job search, go ahead and subscribe now.
Focus! It's all about the job search. So if you want to learn how to land that next success, you heard them. All you got to do is subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss out on a thing. Welcome to the Who You Know Job Networking Show, where what you know is important, but
Who you know?
who you know can make all the difference in your job search.
Exactly.
We are super excited. We got our jerseys on for a reason because we got a very special guest in the house, Chris Gronkowski. How are you doing, man?
I'm good, man, but no one told me to wear my jersey.
That's
One
all
of the
right, man. That's all right.
Gronkowskis. Only one of the Gronkowskis. I didn't even know it was so many Gronkowskis.
Yeah.
Five boys, man.
5 boys.
Crazy household.
Yeah. Buffalo. Wow.
Buffalo,
And
New
we
York.
also have another very special guest online with us that we'll get to in just a second.
Everybody
We've got
knows her.
JT O'Donnell in the
Yeah.
house. Super excited to have her with us.
Welcome, JT.
Okay, let's go to the audience real quick. Let's see who we got in the audience.
We got Chris Cornell, Nikki Wilson,
Chris
Clayton
Cornell said
Cunningham.
Gronk.
Hey, Clayton Cunningham.
Yeah.
Hey, Nikki. We also got Matt Lancaster. Good to see you. Hey, guys, I'd like for you to do something real quick in the comments. Real quick, I want you to tell us if this is your first time. Go ahead and give us a shout out. We'd love to welcome you to the family. If you are an alumni and you've already landed that job, I want to hear from you. Just put #alum. And then, you know what? I want to know what you're searching for. So put #project management, QA, whatever it is that you're searching for. Put that in the comments. And then put your favorite NFL team. I want to hear from you too. Let's
Clayton
do that.
Cunningham did that.
Yep. Well, and also we've got people from all over, so make sure you let us know that for sure. We've got New York City, we've got Minneapolis. I've seen so far. Who else we got out there around the country?
Keith David, good to see you. Meg Rose, our hype lady. She says
Meg Rose
#alum.
in the house.
Good to see you. Sandy. Who else we got? Carolyn. Meg Rose says Patriots.
Wow.
So,
Hey, that was my favorite team 2
Well,
years
that
ago.
was,
I bet so. All right. Guys, we always like to bless this show with a prayer for the listeners. Foster, will you do us the honors?
Yeah, let's do that. All right, Chris Cornell, Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, Father God, there's a lot of job seekers that we're attached to. We thank you for the opportunity that you have created all the tools and the people that we meet in order to get that next best job for us, for what you have us down here to do. We ask that you bless our journey. While we do not have a job, let us get those things done that need to get done. We thank you for everything in Jesus' name. Amen.
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 We got a lot to be thankful for. We got a ton of landings again. Like I'm seeing, it's crazy. This
It is
whole
crazy.
the economy, whatever you want to call it, but there's still a lot of people landing jobs. So let's give out some hands on LinkedIn. So get your hands and your donut emojis ready. Let's give a round of applause to Roxanne White. Roxanne.
Hey, Roxanne.
Oh, Roxanne, okay.
So check this out. I
Yeah,
just got this
Roxanne.
notification. Roxanne, it came through one of our connections on LinkedIn. So we made the connection. Bada bing, bada boom. She says, I'm in the black hole. She goes, you got a connection
You gotta
over there. I
give
need
us that,
you.
yeah.
We made the connection. Bada bing, bada boom. Now she's landed. So congrats,
who you know.
Roxanne. We got John
Tenbreck.
How do you say it?
Tenbreck.
Tenbreck.
Yeah.
I
Out
know
of our
you're
HR
gonna-
group.
Yeah, I'm gonna mess that up.
He's HR business partner.
All right, congrats
Yeah.
to you.
Congrats, John.
Who else we got?
We got Connor Rogan. Connor Rogan.
Connor Rogan.
She actually wrote a big story. I'm not going to read it all, but it was basically a who you know moment. She had a friend at RealPage that she connected with,
Friend of a friend.
and got landed by.
Hey.
Yep.
That's how
friend.
you got to do it nowadays. It's all
networking.
about your network. It's all about who you know.
Congratulations, Connor.
Yeah, we also got Bill Sutton, Curtis Luckow.
Look out. Yeah, look out.
Luckow.
Look out.
Man, you know me.
Yeah, I
can't.
know you.
I can't.
He can't do names.
I messed
He
Chris's
can't-
last name
But
up.
you got to get
It's all good. That's why you
gotta
get
get
Gronk, man. That's
Yeah.
it.
Just leave it at Gronk.
Yeah.
Or you
we
say
got
ski, man. That's the other one the coaches used to use. You say ski. That's it.
just ski.
That's
Love
it.
that. Christina Jones, congratulations.
Christina Jones.
And Leona Pesty. Congratulations.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah,
Pesty.
and Leona. Yeah.
Who else we got? Anybody else?
Well, Dolores Gout. We know Dolores
Yep,
Gout.
Dolores
She
Gout.
has landed at. It'll come to me in a minute.
She landed.
She
All right,
landed.
Dolores.
All right, yeah.
She's an HR onboarding specialist over there in Frisco.
Yeah.
So, guys, all those names, I want you to do me a real quick favor. Tag them in the comments. Let them know they were just celebrated here on the Who You Know show. Mark, you got tip of the week. What do you got?
Yes. Before I get into that, be sure that if you land, you share that with us. Don't let us have to go to LinkedIn and see your update on LinkedIn.
Yeah, don't.
Come on now. Come on now. All right.
Yeah,
tip
we
of the
want to
week.
know.
Tip of the week. Here we go. It's all about outsourcing.
Outsourcing.
Yeah.
All about outsourcing, because here's the thing. You guys are experts in and of your own rights in your own fields, but you're not the expert at resume writing, interviewing, job searching. Like you may have done it before, but you're not the expert. And so there's a lot of experts out there that can help you. There's a lot of options. You have to sift through them all. I know that there are some good ones, some bad ones. But it's just like mowing your lawn, right? I don't mow my own lawn because I'm not the expert. It's going to take me too long, and it doesn't look any good when I do it. So
I like that.
Get
same
Edison to
thing,
do
right?
that.
And we're in sales. Trevor and I are in sales
Yeah.
in our profession. And one of the things that was hammered into us very early on is get an assistant, get some help, get experts
Yep.
to take the load off of you and to maximize your time that you can dedicate that towards certifications or research or whatever it is that you need to do.
Yeah, play in your strengths.
One more.
Absolutely.
What's that?
One more. It was Conifer. It's Conifer,
Conifer Health.
that Dolores has landed at. But we've got Tracy Johnson that's moving down here from up in Ohio State land up there in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh,
She's going to be a part of Andy's company. Maximize
okay.
your job search.
Nice.
So she's going to be a part of us. You guys will probably see her on the Job Father show.
Well, congratulations
All right.
to
Yeah.
you, too. That's awesome. That's
That's
awesome.
right. We're glad to get Tracy down here.
All right, guys, let's go to a quick break. But, guys, don't go anywhere. When we come back, I promise some mic drop moments. We got
Oh, yeah.
JT O'Donnell in the house.
JT will drop all the mics.
How are you spending extra time at home? Perfecting kitchen skills? Learning a new language? What about your education? At Waldorf University, we're offering 25% off your first online course. It's your time. It's your future. Start today.
This is my intro video. Hi, my name is Alejandra Herrera. I'm a creative professional with experience in marketing, graphic design, and social media strategies. I focus on developing creative ideas and solutions that will increase customer loyalty, customer engagement, website traffic, and brand awareness. I am recognized for my strategic thinking, planning, and effective communication. I am looking for my next job opportunity where I can contribute to the team and the goals of the organization. My goal is to inform, inspire, and captivate audiences. I would like to connect with you so we can start creating amazing work together. Thanks.
Welcome back to the Who You Know Job Networking Show. What you know is important, but
Who you know?
who you know? Come on, let me get him one more.
you
Come on, man. Who you know
know?
can make all the difference
In your job search.
in your job.
That's
Real
right.
quick, before
In
we
life.
get to our first guest, we almost forgot.
What did we forget?
Happy Veterans Day.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
All of the veterans out there, being a veteran myself, just great to have you with us today.
Thank you for your service, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out in the comments if you're a vet
absolutely. If you're a
or
veteran,
active
let us
military
know.
or anything like that, shout out in the comments. We'd love to celebrate with you. Okay, guys, so I'm super excited. We got an amazing guest. So let me give a proper introduction. We got JT O'Donnell, and she's the founder and CEO of Work It Daily, the #1 online career growth club. She has 18 plus years of experience in the development, HR, employment, and job search, and founded Work It Daily to disrupt the industry, which she is. She's shaking up the game, y'all, just saying. She's proud to say that Work It Daily brings affordable career coaching and professional support to professionals and of all industries and skill levels, not just the elite. So everybody, let's give a warm welcome to JT O'Donnell. Woo!
Hi guys.
Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
JT.
Hey,
What's
JT.
Man, I'm just digging it. I'm so glad you're here.
I got my mic ready.
Yeah,
so
we're getting our mic.
I'm anxiously awaiting that bomb to drop.
Okay, so I got a question for you. I'm going to set the stage real quick. Before all the success, because look, y'all need to go check out her profiles and stuff. She is the job search guru.
Yes,
so
she
you
is.
know. Okay, if you want to know a job search guru, you're looking at it. Before all the success and the millions of followers and all that kind of stuff, like how did you get into helping job seekers? Where did that start, and where did you get the heart for it? Because obviously you're passionate about it.
Yeah, it's a really good question. So I was in HR and recruiting for a bunch of years and watched people just make massive mistakes in their career. And I kept wondering, like, how are people doing this? Like, how are they making these mistakes? And I quickly realized it's because they don't teach it to us in school. You know, and things are always changing. So in 2001, I decided to flip to the other side. I thought I'll become a career coach and I'll work with people one-on-one. And I took a certification. And when I graduated from it, they said, okay, your job now is to start to raise your rates, work with some people. And eventually you only have to work with about 6 people a month and you'll make thousands of dollars. And that just didn't sit right. It felt really wrong. I said, that's not the point. The point is to help all the other people, because executives and pro athletes, by the way, because we got a pro athlete on the show today, which is awesome. They know something that the rest of the world doesn't. And that is, coaching isn't a sign of weakness. It's the path to greatness. It's why we have coaches, multiple coaches. It's why executives pay many dollars for that and why pro athletes have them. But the average person doesn't know that. So in 2001, that was it. I made it my mission and said, I'm going to figure out a way to leverage technology online and be as innovative as possible and edutain as much as I can, just to hold people's attention and teach them this stuff so that they can have a fighting chance. And that's literally been the mission. It's scary to say that it's going to be 20 years next year. So
wow. So you said something I'm going to give you a mic drop for,
Right.
okay? So you said a word that I've never heard anybody say before, edutain.
Education.
And I'll give you another one because you said coaching isn't a sign of weakness, it's a path to greatness. That's a great
Ooh,
statement
I'm
yeah.
going to throw one out there because I know
You do it.
she meant a calling that you have in life. Let me get it with the East Coast. A calling.
Cool. I love that. Okay, so edutaining, right? You're doing this on multiple channels. You got like 1 million on TikTok, and that blows me away. And then your YouTube, and you got like 2.6 on LinkedIn and all that. Where did it all start? What was your channel of choice, and why? Like, what did you see trending, and how did it kind of start to build to where you're at today?
yeah, so it technically started with a blog. So in 2007, 2008, I saw what was happening with the last economy of the recession. And I just started getting to blogging and said, you know what, there's a real opportunity here to engage audiences because they can comment. So I started with a blog, but really quickly after that, 2008, true story, I co-author a syndicated advice column with a guy named Dale Doughton. And the company said, we need you to review Twitter. And I like, Twitter, are you kidding me? What is this thing? I spent 3 weeks on Twitter. And then like everyone else, one day it just clicked for me. So I went and found 6 other career coaches on Twitter and said, every day, Monday through Friday at high noon, I'm going to drop a question from somebody and you're all going to answer. And we called it the TAP Project, the Twitter Advice Project. And it blew up. And suddenly we were all getting thousands of followers on Twitter. And that's when I knew social media is where it's at. So every time a new platform came along, I would start to explore it. And not so long after that was when I guess I would say I got my big break with LinkedIn. I still remember I was sitting there and I got an email from someone at LinkedIn and it said, we'd like to talk to you, but you have to sign a non-disclosure agreement. So I thought that was kind of odd. And of course I did. And that's when they shared they were going to launch their influencer program. And that even though I was a complete nobody and, you know, I was no star whatsoever, the fact that I had been tweeting and blogging about career advice and specifically LinkedIn led them to give me a shot and said, okay, we'll let you be an influencer. So I literally, when they started, I was the influencer with the least amount of followers. I had nobody knew who I was. But they said, in order to keep your status, you have to write twice a week. You have to contribute twice a week or we're going to pull you. So I did. And I just wrote and commented and engaged with the audience like mad. And the rest is history.
Nice. So it started with the blog and then then Twitter. And then you went to LinkedIn. LinkedIn knocked on your door because they were like, you know, she's crushing it over here. So we got to get her over here. We got to try to like steal her away from Twitter. You know what I'm saying? So that's awesome. And now you got TikTok crushing it, and you're over there dancing and making busting a move. So I want to see if we can do something for the audience real quick. Can we do a TikTok? Can we do a TikTok right now?
Sure you
I'm putting
can.
you on blast. Can we do it? Everybody want to do a TikTok?
Let's do a TikTok.
Let's do a TikTok. I don't even know how do you do a TikTok? How do we do a TikTok?
You
Let me pull my talk
First,
out.
you got to download it.
Yeah,
You got to download it. Sign up.
No, I have it. No, I'm kidding. I have it. So we're gonna do a TikTok. Hold on. We're gonna do a TikTok right now. So I hit the plus sign, right? And then let me flip this thing around. Wait, how do I flip?
No, you can't
this is
flip it.
gonna be
Not on
rich.
TikTok.
You
gotta
can't
go,
flip?
No,
Yeah, you gotta go vertical.
No, you can flip.
Oh yeah, you're talking about selfie mode.
so
Selfie
you
mode.
flip.
Yeah, but everybody's watching
All right,
vertical.
so we're gonna get in here, and we're gonna do a dance. Okay,
Nice.
so I just hit that like that,
Yeah.
and we just come on, do your dance.
There should be some end zone dances happening there.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I need the ball, man.
yeah. Here, man. Here you go. There you go. We're just gonna do another TikTok real quick. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait,
You
cut it
got
off. Wait.
sticking or
Yeah,
You ran out.
I
60
gotta
seconds.
post that one. Yeah, I gotta.
All you got to do now is put
Post.
some special effects and
Yeah, you gotta put some
Yeah, you
effects
gotta
on
have
it.
music, special
gotta
effects.
hashtag
yeah.
it, man.
Well, I like what you
who
do
you know.
because you do kind of like a little twist to it, right? So you get in there, you do a little dance, and you're pointing at things. You get the music going, but it's like advice, you know, like you're giving job search advice. So
That's it. Yeah.
And here's what's key is what she had said that they had a requirement to do two blogs, two posts or articles a week.
yeah,
And she said that she was commenting and engaging. So I mean, consistency.
Consistency.
That's it.
yeah.
That's it on TikTok too. If we want to jump to TikTok, it's all about the consistency. You're going to find your voice, but you've got to be consistent and you've got to offer something up that they need to learn to know. And everybody has something that they can talk about on TikTok, which is why I think it's such an amazing platform. It's a very inclusive platform and super fun.
It's like binge watching too. I swear, if I ever pull the thing out and actually use it, I'm like there for hours and I don't even realize that. I look up and I'm like, why was I looking at this for hours?
I'm like watching guys
gotta
in
get on
Washington cutting down trees and stuff, and like
just some
you know,
randomness, like
Hey,
just watching
but
random.
they show you what you watch, so it's actually depicted on what you're looking at. So
Yeah, Mark,
Okay.
you're watching tree
Yeah.
cutters.
what are you really looking at?
What are you looking at? The guys with the tree cutters,
lumberjacks,
man?
I guess, man. I don't know. There's
Come
like
on, man.
there's construction. You know, it's my boys. My Edison will look at construction equipment.
That
Oh,
makes
yeah?
sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yep.
That's what you get shown.
All right,
That's
so JT, I got a question for you. You've been doing this a long time, so I'm trying to learn, be like you. So okay, here we go. What's the biggest job seeker mistake that you're seeing these days? What are they?
Great question.
What are they just absolutely messing up?
Yeah, spray and pray is
Okay.
the number one. Spray
Yeah.
and pray. So everybody thinks that the online job application process was designed to make it easier for the job seeker. Mm-mm. It was designed to make it easier for the employer,
That's right.
because the employer is now getting hundreds and thousands of applicants and needs a way to screen the majority of them out without a human having to do it. So I talk to people all the time that say, JT, I send out 50 applications, 100 applications. I spent hours online. I didn't hear from anyone. And then I get to be the bearer of bad news. It says, because 97% of the time, literally, that's not a made up number, you got screened out by a computer and a human being didn't see your application. So when you have somebody come to you and say, I spent the last 6 months doing that, you're telling them essentially they haven't been looking for work for 6 months. And that is happening so badly right now. And I get it because it's a pandemic. So we turn to technology and think that that's the solution, but it isn't.
Yeah.
Some people they do the same thing with me. They'll check and they'll say, Foster, I've applied for all these jobs. And I automatically know that, number one, they've applied amiss, number one. And we have to apply for what we have the skills to prove.
Mm-hmm.
So what about company mistakes? Like, what are the big mistakes that companies are making right now?
So there's a huge hidden job market right now that I think a lot of people don't realize. Companies that laid off are still hiring. And a lot of people assume nobody's hiring right now. A lot are hiring, but they're not publicly posting their jobs because they don't want to get inundated with thousands of applicants that they can't handle. So they create a job description and then they share it within their company, right? So this who you know piece of it, right? It's all who you know at this point. Your network is your net worth, which is good in the sense that they don't get overwhelmed with applicants, but in the sense that you're only getting people that happen to know somebody who knows somebody. So I think where employers should be thinking differently is creating content, employer brand content that talks about what they're about and really embraces who they are so that people can self-select. I think if we can do a better job of showing people what it's like to work at our companies and the good, the bad, and the ugly, and tell you flat out who's going to work well here and who's not, we will see people not spray and pray, not apply because they know that it's not a right fit for them. And, that's hard for companies to hear because I think they're afraid to reveal themselves. But all the companies I know that are revealing themselves are getting the best talent.
You know what? I love that because tell me what's wrong. Yeah. Tell me what's wrong with it. Like, I was talking with a lady the other day. She's got a franchise business, right? And the franchise business is not for everybody.
That's right.
Like, not everybody is meant to be a business owner or an entrepreneur.
That's
I mean,
true.
You know that, right?
I know that.
Right?
I
Not everybody is meant to, that they're not cut out for that, right? But tell us that, right? Like, don't just go in and try to sell everybody on it, why you should be in this franchise. No. Tell me, like, hey, this isn't for everybody, but for the right people, right? This could change your whole life. This could change your world. And so that way you only attract the people that you really want, that are a good fit. And I think companies should really take that on. Tell us the negative stuff too, right? Don't just tell us all the pie in the sky. So that's a good point.
JT, what is your official definition of the hidden job market? Because there's so much talk about the hidden job market.
Yeah. So the hidden job market to me is when companies choose to leverage their recruiters to go out and find candidates as opposed to post and gather resumes. And it's just huge. It will explode in the next 18 to 24 months. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One, the larger companies will do it because they don't want the backlash of, thousands of people applying and saying that they didn't respond to me. They don't want the negativity. But the other thing we don't think about right now is that the amount of new jobs and new companies that are being created right now is mind-blowing to me, to the point that I get crazy excited. And there's a phrase that I want to be known for saying right now in this pandemic, which is the bigger the disruption, the bigger the innovation. I've been through this several times, and every time we have a recession, there's this massive explosion of new companies. Facebook, all of these big companies came out of disruption. So when you think about the level of disruption that we've had, I tell people, imagine looking out into a huge field, a big dirt field, and you know that 1 million seeds were planted in that field. You stare at that for a while and all you see is dirt. And then one day it explodes. And there's plants and they're growing fast, right? That's what's happening right now. I've talked to people in private equity and venture capital. They're investing in companies. And these little companies, they don't have HR and they don't have recruiting. So they end up hiring people that they know, and eventually they get big enough to bring somebody on to start to actually recruit. So I predict within, I would say 6 to 18 months, you're going to just start to see this surge. And they don't have the budget to spend to post their jobs on Indeed or LinkedIn or Glassdoor. So once again, you're going to have to do a little digging to find them. But it's going to come fast and furious. There are going to be careers that have never been invented, jobs that have never been invented. There's so much opportunity coming. It's mind blowing.
I totally, I
this
feel
is real
you.
good news.
100%. It's like, this pandemic like turned on the light switch, right? Everybody was forced to. These companies were forced to like think again, like just dream again, like innovate, create. You have to, otherwise you're gonna die. Like your company will go under, right? And they're being forced to get uncomfortable and do things that, they normally wouldn't do. So it's creating a lot of new jobs, I'm sure, right? So I totally agree with what you're saying. And it's also probably going to get rid of a lot of jobs too. There's going to be a lot of jobs that are obsolete.
Yeah.
Because the technology is going to come, take over. So you better, if you're a job seeker, you better be thinking about those trends in your industry as well, because, it could be tough, if all of a sudden you find out technology took your job.
A lot of support companies are popping up because of COVID.
The one thing I'll say about that is supply and demand, right? I think the next surge of layoffs we're going to see are people who are overpriced for the market, who held on to their job. Now these companies are going, wait a minute, I can get somebody cheaper. I just talked to a recruiter last week. Their company said they couldn't get anybody with a PhD in the US to talk to them for less than $150,000. They now are virtual and global and can get 3 to 4 PhDs from overseas at $35,000 to $40,000, and they're perfectly happy. So when you see a salary disruption like that, everyone needs to take a step back and say, do I know what I'm worth right now in this economy? And am I creating value, like you said, so that I can stay competitive? Because if I want to maintain this salary, I have got to really, provide return on investment.
Yeah, 100%. You got to add value. Okay, we've had like 25 mic drop moments. So what we're going to do is go to the audience real quick, and we're going to figure out, let's ask them a question. Let's think of a question that has to do with what we've been talking about. I don't know if we talked about where she's from. Did we talk about where she's from?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Okay. Tell me in the chat, right? You guys already know this, but the first person, tell me in the chat, what company does JT work for? What company does... No, she doesn't work for them. She's the CEO.
Yes.
She doesn't work for them.
That's right.
What company does she run?
She's the boss.
They run me.
You're right. You're right, JT. You're absolutely right.
She the boss around here, okay?
We're
tell
servants.
us in the chat. We would love to hear from you. And then also, while we're doing that, while we're waiting for those answers to come through, I'd like to hear from you. What's your biggest advice that you would give job seekers that feel like they're dealing with ageism, age bias?
Yeah. So the one thing about ageism is it's really experience discrimination in a lot of cases. So I tell people, imagine a company has decided that they've got the budget for a Hyundai.
Oh.
And you come in and you're a BMW.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much you sell me on your bells and whistles and how amazing you are to drive. I can't afford you.
Dang.
So a lot of people go into the interviews, and I get why. When you start out and you have no experience, right? You're so intimidated in interviews because you have nothing to share. And then you get all this experience. So when you go back out in the workforce to interview again, people will be like, I want to tell them everything I can do. I am the Jack or Jill of all trades. I'm going to blow their mind about how much value I bring them. But that's not what they're looking for. That's not what they can afford. And so you come into that interview and you're so over the top that you don't realize it, but you look controlling, narcissistic. You can look desperate if it comes out wrong. And so you'll often hear, oh, you're overqualified for this job, because they just can't imagine somebody that intense being in their environment. They're afraid they're going to let you down. So my advice to people who have a lot of experience is use your emotional intelligence and a ton of intellectual humility right now. Play it down. Yes, you have this experience, but explain to them how, because they think you're up here, to level it out. Explain to them all the things they have. Why are they the best in their industry? What are they doing that's innovative? What skill sets are you going to gain there that you couldn't gain someplace else? Until you make them see that they have a lot to offer you and you tone down that overselling, it won't work. But the moment you do that, and I've worked with so many people in their 50s who have come to me at Work It Daily and said, hands down, I can't get hired. And then they get multiple job offers. And it's all because they changed the way they approach the interview. They didn't change who they are. They just changed the approach.
I love that. I love your analogy of the car. So for all y'all boomers out there, okay, you may be feeling like you're going through a hard time right now, okay? She just told you, you're a BMW, okay? You're premium, right? Like, you're premium quality, baby. Now, they just need a Hyundai right now, Right? So
Wrong
it sounds like
company.
you might need to dumb it down a little bit, you know. But remember your value. You are a freaking BMW, because I know right now it may be tough. Maybe it's been an extended search and you feel like a Hyundai. But no, remember, you're a BMW. You're so much more valuable than the words on your resume. So remember that.
Well,
okay?
and on the same token, right? Wouldn't you like to get a BMW for the price of a Hyundai? Right?
Heck
You
yeah.
got to sell that. You got to sell that concept.
Yeah, these companies need
Companies
to recognize.
are hesitant to do that. I've got a group of all BMWs and Cadillacs.
Ooh,
Well, I got some Mercedes in there too.
shiny.
Yeah. Our Senior Executive Alliance. Are you guys listening?
All right, so we got a winner in here. We had a ton of comments come through, but we got
saw
one.
JC,
Yeah,
right?
JC Supple.
Supple.
Yeah.
Supple. You know I can't read.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so JT, I want you to tell JC what he won.
Hey, JC, you just won 1 full year inside the Work It Daily platform.
Oh,
Ooh, that's
snap.
big.
Yeah, the full works.
Ooh.
Good
Dang.
job, sir.
And
Don't worry
JC is
about it.
real cool, JT.
A whole year? Dang.
Oh, man.
Wow. Okay, JC.
Wow.
Tell us real quick in the comments. Meg Rose says, "Wow." Yeah. Tell us in the comments real quick, JC. I want to hear from you. What are you searching for, brother? Tell us what you're looking for, man. We want to hear from you. That is awesome. Thank you so much for that. One last question I have for you before we get out of here. I saw your video. It was a TikTok. You was ticking and talking, and you were talking about the 8 levels you need to master. Okay, it's kind of like a video game. The 8 levels you need to master. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so, spending this much time helping job seekers, it's become really clear where the roadblocks are, and it's just like a video game. So it starts out with the ATS and understanding that you could get tossed. It moves on to your resume and making sure that it's readable, that they can actually read and absorb what's there. Then you're moving on to a cover letter. You've got to tell them a story that gets them at hello so that they actually want to pull you from the pile. Then there's LinkedIn, because every recruiter is validating you on LinkedIn, so you've got to have that presence. Then you're moving on to interview prep, because the interview is where you can literally break free from the pack and put yourself in a position to negotiate a higher salary. So you got to crush the interview. Networking is the way that you get the interviews. You all are doing such an amazing job with this show, proving that point, right? Your network is your net worth. Then it's on to your job search strategy, because you don't want to spray and pray. We talked about this. You want to target in on a set of employers, build the networking in order to land the opportunities. And then lastly, it's your career story. And that's everything that's going on up here. Like it or not, you've got a major motion picture, an epic novel in your head where you've categorized and processed everything that's happened to you in your career. And depending on how you're telling that story, it's super subjective. So if you're not telling the right story, it's literally limiting you in your ability to succeed. So you've got to rewrite that story and make sure that it's on point so that you can do the right things and succeed.
Wow, love it. That was on point. Okay,
That's why she's JT O'Donnell.
Okay, so here's what I'd like for the audience to do real quick. Let's show her some love. What I want you to do is get your phone out, okay? And right now, I want you to do this right now as we're looking at you, okay? Let's do a little screenshot, right? Little screenshot. And then post that on LinkedIn or whatever, Facebook, whatever you're on, right? Go ahead and post that and tag JT so she knows, and tell her something nice, right? Tell her something nice, like, what did you learn from this episode? And then, once you're done with that, I'm gonna give you too many call to actions today, too many. Then I want you to go to her YouTube page, okay? She's got a phenomenal YouTube page. Go like and subscribe, because she's got so much value, and you're gonna learn so much just by watching some of those videos. So go do that, all right? Guys, we got to go to a quick break. JT, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you a million.
Thank you so much, guys. Take care.
Appreciate you. Guys, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we got Chris Gronk in the house.
Let's do this.
At Waldorf University, we are committed to helping you discover a path to success. Our flexible online degree programs give you the freedom you need and deserve. Take the first step and receive 25% off your first course today.
So I joined the Who You Know Network a few months ago during my job search, just trying to find other avenues that could help me land a position, and I finally have done that. And I thank the Who You Know Network for that. It's a great group of people who are really willing to do whatever it takes to help you find a job.
Hello, Who You Know crew. Thank you so much. Just a quick shout out of gratitude to all of you for your help and support during the summit process and beyond. Feeling very accomplished based on the tools that you provided, the support.
I can't say enough about the Who You Know Network. Trevor and the guys were very instrumental in making sure that I got increased activity in my job search. Taught me a lot of tools and tricks, a bunch of other stuff that you'd think a guy like me who'd been in the recruiting business for a while would already know, but they've been very helpful and I would highly recommend them.
What's up, Sharks? My name is Chris. I'm from Dallas, Texas. Yeah. And my company is Ice Shaker. I'm here seeking $100,000 for 10% ownership in my company. Introducing the Ice Shaker. The Ice Shaker is a double-wall, vacuum-insulated shaker bottle that will hold ice for over 30 hours in a 75-degree room. So here today with me to help demonstrate the product are some people you might recognize. Bros! Woo! Come on down! Let's go! Let's go! Oh, Lord. There goes the whole set. Sharks? Wow. Meet my brothers, Gordy, Dan, Rob, and Glenn Gronkowski. Wow. Together,
Oh my God.
we are the Gronks. Wow. Sharks, after a good, hard pump session, we'd like to get hydrated, and we'd like to drink protein shakes. And the Gronk way of getting this done is with a game of Flip Cup. Today, we're playing for the Shark Tank Ice Shaker Championship Cup. Now, the rules are easy. The first team to drink the water in the cup and flip the cup over wins. And the losers, well, they gotta drink a warm shake out of one of the cheap plastic sweaty bottles over there. Today, we're playing 5-on-5. Gronks versus Sharks. Mark's taking his shirt off.
I didn't know it involved us.
This is scary.
What up, big dog? Mark, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
How you doing, man?
Nice to meet you.
Congrats, champ. Good to see you, man.
Hello.
Good to see you, man.
How you doing?
What's up?
Hey, what are the rules again? What are we doing? Okay, so after you drink the water, you flip the cup over. Once it lands upside down like that, then the next person could drink it and start. And then it's a relay from this point on. Okay.
Welcome back to the Who You Know Job Networking Show, where what you know is important, but
who you know.
Who you know.
But Dallas Cowboys, baby.
On the Bears.
I know one of the Gronkowski brothers.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, guys, we're super excited. We got an amazing guest here. We're so appreciative. We got Chris Gronkowski. He's a former NFL player for the Dallas Cowboys, Denver Broncos, and the Indianapolis Colts, turned entrepreneur, owner of Ice Shaker, as seen on ABC's Shark Tank and invested in by Mark Cuban. Man, what is good, Chris?
Man, I get pumped every time I watch that rerun. So
you like that?
Yeah, man, I like that.
That's good. Yeah, that's a good clip.
Good, man. You get to play Flip Cup against the Sharks. I mean,
Man, you look like you're about to
get much
tackle
better.
somebody right now.
Oh, I was ready, man. You know what's great about that show too was I knew it would play forever, and I was like, man, I got to get jacked for it too. So I got a big workout in the morning. I was ready to go. I practiced Flip Cup all night, and hey, we flipped them all in one, except Rob. Rob did two. So.
Yep,
We were ready, man. We were ready.
Well, that's nice, too, that y'all got to get together, right? Because how often does that happen?
Not much. Yeah, I had to fly him out, and they made me fly him first class from Boston all the way to Cali, too, man. So that was it was an expensive ticket.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he had to sleep. It was a red eye, but it was worth it. It was worth it for sure.
Family, bro. They always cost you.
Hey, they definitely helped me out. So I would say it was a good return on investment.
I bet. So what is it like? I gotta just know, man. You're the middle of five, right?
Middle of five boys, man. Mayhem. That's what it was growing up. I have 3 boys now, and I don't know how my parents did it or why they did it. Like, why would you want 5? I don't know. That's crazy.
5 monsters too.
5 monsters, and every day was a fight, man. Like all out brawl, no matter what. So. We were always outside playing games, and if you won, you had to, rub it in. Rub it in your face. And rub it in, and then if you lost, you'd be like, all right, we're going to fight then. I'm going to win in the fight. So every day was all-out brawls.
Wow.
We had nothing in our family room. So we had a couch and we had a rocking chair, and that was it. Because the end table, we threw each other through it.
Tore up.
And yes, I don't know how my parents sold the house, but they had to replace everything before they did it.
Yeah, we've learned. So I got 3 boys too, and they're old enough now. They're not just toddlers now. So my wife and I, we joked about that. Said, hey, I guess we're not buying any nice furniture for the next 10 years, 15 years.
Could
you
you
guys
imagine
probably
with
get
that
Gordon
family though?
blue.
Wow.
Man. So did you have middle child? Do you have middle child syndrome?
Oh, so man, I don't know what you call it because it was just it was just a free for all, man. That's all it was.
Yep.
I was the shortest, the smallest, so man, it was just. The good thing I had going was I was also the fattest, and when you're younger, man, you got some weight, you got some leverage, you could fight, man. So I could fight back in the day, and that was kind of what just pushed me, man. I always kind of had that underdog mentality.
Nice.
Yep. So
I was going to ask you about your podcast, Gronked Up. Tell us
Gronked
about
Up,
that.
man. Yeah, so really a concept that started right around when COVID hit for the most part. A lot of people were just asking questions, and I wanted to bring value with more than just a single line answer on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. So I kind of took all those questions that I was getting and I put them into a podcast format and just started answering them. And after I got through about 30 episodes of everything that I was an expert at, I started running out of things to talk about. So I brought in other experts that could help people, especially during that time, during COVID, when a lot of people were struggling with mental health or fitness, nutrition, stuff like that. So we started bringing in fitness coaches, a couple Navy SEALs, and just turned into it's a really cool podcast. I think our last one was with Steve Madden. Telling his story,
awesome.
man. And he was telling the Wolf of Wall Street story, right? How it actually went down. I'm like, this is amazing, man. I love that movie. So turned into just a really cool podcast, and I love it, man. It also challenges me, and it helps me network as well.
Sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
That is really cool. So so you've done some a few interviews here and there. What do you think is, and obviously your sphere of influence, like what do you think is a common trait in successful people? What do you like a common theme that a lot of successful people do?
Man, everything I see and kind of how I was raised was always you have to earn everything that you have. That's what our parents taught us at a really young age. We worked for everything we had. Man, just learn the value of a dollar at a very young age. So I think everyone that's successful, man, they earn it. They bring value and they earn everything that they have. And that's how I always looked at it. I think you kind of just figure out things on your own as well. You got to kind of be a go-getter, and you just can't be told what to do every time, man. Just sometimes you have to figure things out. And I think a lot of people lack that these days because the internet is so accessible. Everything's so accessible that you don't really ever learn now how to just dig deep and figure it out.
I can understand that. I get a lot of people that it almost seems like they want you to do it for them, right? They see you and they see success and they want you. They want to know. And I like the curiosity. They want to know how you achieve the success, but then they want you to do it. They want you to basically hand it to them.
Yeah.
Right.
100%.
Right. You ever get that?
Absolutely. Every time. And they want to ask a million questions and you give them the secret sauce, but they never actually go and do it.
And apply it. Yeah.
Yeah, they never apply it.
Oh, that's job search.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It can be. It can be.
And it's almost like the more stuff you give them free, the less they actually use. And sometimes you almost have to make them pay for it just so they actually apply it.
So that
because there's value.
Boom.
Yep.
Okay, because we get that a lot. I'm going to tell you right now. If it's free, it's too easy, right?
Absolutely.
Even if I'll give you an example. Let's say you paid $10 for it. Okay, it's not a lot of money, but you pay $10, you're going to show up. Like, let's say it's an event, right? You bought a ticket, and you paid $10 for that ticket. You'll show up because
If the ticket was free, you might not show up.
If it's free, you're like,
Probably wouldn't. It's same with everything, man. I could throw a free workout at someone, a whole free 7-day shred, and I do it as a value add if you buy a product from us, and how many people actually do it?
Hold up. You're saying I'm gonna get me a cup. I'm gonna get me
right here.
Let me get one of these. So I'm gonna buy me a cup, and then we're gonna shred for 7 days.
Hey, you can if you want. That's up to you. If you actually want to apply it. But again, it goes back to I do it free, and it's actually something I put a ton of time into. I documented every single thing I ate, every workout I did, what time I woke up, what time I went to sleep.
So is this like a course, like online,
It's just a free ebook.
Oh, cool.
It links over to like videos as well, but
nice.
I just did it. Really, man, everything I try to do, and anyone who's successful also brings value. And it was kind of how can I bring value to our customers? Just extra value for being a customer of ours. So I did this, and I knew a lot of people were asking me questions about health and fitness. So I said, hey, I'm going to take a week and document every single thing I do. and post it for them. So I can give them a legit answer instead of a,
There you go.
hey, eat healthy, hey, work out, once a week.
You know,
There you go.
that's
Yeah.
one of the cool things about creating content is like, so I've been creating content really heavily in this past year as well. And I now have that. People give me the common questions, right? And then I have a piece of content just for it. And I'm like, instead of having to take my time out, I have an evergreen video that I just, here you go, take a look at this.
Evergreen video.
Right? I send it to them and it does the same thing, but I don't have to take my time out every single time to answer that question in person.
And it's a better answer too.
Yeah.
Right.
You had time to actually put it together, and it's well done. It's well done. So I just shoot that over as well anytime someone asks.
So what was it like, because we were talking about this earlier, you've gone through a huge transition, right? From the NFL at that level to whatever it is that's next, right? So what was that like?
So I was like the luckiest person in the world when it came to this, because that transition is brutal, man. And I have teammates, I have friends and family members that went through it, and you struggle because that's your identity, man. You played football probably since high school, sometimes before that, and you've done nothing else. You have no job experience. You have nothing. And so when you leave, man, you also take a huge salary cut. So when you're getting paid weekly and it's thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then you go to a new job that might pay you $50 a year, that hurts the ego a little bit, man. So most guys just don't do it. So they never start. They kind of just chill and live off their money, but then eventually they
The
run
money
out of
runs
money.
out.
And so for me,
They like flash.
yeah, because that's the lifestyle you're living, man. So you keep it going, but the money's not coming anymore.
Right.
And so they eventually run out. But for me, what happened was I went to 3 teams in 3 years, and my wife, after the 3rd team, was like, hey, I'm not looking for another job because it's rough. You guys know. So 3rd year, she's like, I'm going to find a way to work from home. So she started this online just e-commerce store. It was actually on Etsy. It was customizing wine glasses. And she was hand painting them, took forever. I thought it was the worst idea ever. And I came home and she's putting them in the oven to like bake them on and stuff. And I'm like, come on, let's just make dinner. Come on, what's going on? But they started to sell, and they started to sell so fast that she couldn't keep up. So she had to find a way to scale it. And at that point, it was 2012, and really the online personalization market wasn't there. Or if it was like a 1 to 2 to 3 week turnaround time.
Long turnaround.
So I started looking into it, and I'm like, wow, this is a really good opportunity. And I went on for my 4th year. I got hurt and really started with her full time. And what ended up happening was just did a lot of research and really looked into it. And my first year outside the NFL, we were making more money than I was playing football. So I'm like, man, that was just a blessing,
Oh yeah.
It was a blessing. And just grinded, man. Just tried to figure out what to buy, where to buy it, source it all. And I started running my own business from our house on our kitchen tables where we started. And we're still running it for about 2 years out of the house, and then eventually got a storefront and started hiring people.
So
That is
ground
awesome.
ground
Ground
up,
up, man.
I mean, just yep.
And then that just led to really 5 years into it, it led to this company. We were personalizing a ton of bottles, and there was insulated drinkware out there, and I couldn't bring it to the gym with me. It would make me mad. So I'd bring 1 cup to work, I'd use it all day, and then I'm like, man, I just want to go make a protein shake or pre-workout or whatever it is, and I have to grab another cup. And I would get mad because there'd be like 4 or 5 cups in the sink at the end of the day, right? I'm like, I just want 1 cup for everything I do.
Right.
And that's where the idea came from.
So essentially, and if I don't let this offend you. I hope this doesn't offend you. Is it essentially like a Yeti with a shaker on it?
Yeah, man. It's really the simplest idea that just no one did.
No one did that.
Is what it came down
They
to.
have
Nobody
Yetis,
did it.
and they got the flat top,
Yep.
right? I've got like 18 Yetis at the house, flat top. This is a Yeti with a shaker.
That's all it is, man. It's really what it comes down to. Same technology. It's going to keep it hot or cold. And then we just added an agitator into it, measurement markings, a handle on it. Just kind of took the Yeti model and just gave it a ton more features.
I love that.
And made it for everything.
Like they say on the tank all the time. They say it's a better mousetrap.
It
Better
is, man.
mousetrap. Love that.
And it's
And
easy
Chris,
to
I got to throw this out there,
What's
bro,
that?
because you and I we're essentially neighbors. So if as you guys are growing, if you need to hire anybody, guess who you need to call? That's right.
Foster, the job father.
That's right. All I do is connect the right talent. I was a recruiter, so I give you the right kind of people that you need to get.
And I love it because that is something I don't have experience in. So it is something I struggled with, and I did, probably what most people do. I went and hired family and friends. And
Right.
sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and
and then it's tough.
And then after a while, though,
family, right?
you also run out of friends and family too. And
Right.
we're at the point where we ran out of friends and family that we could bring in. So it was a good thing though, because then you really learn how to run a business the right way, because it's not I can just trust this person with closing the store. You can't necessarily, because you don't know who's in your store anymore. So it made us get better, a lot better, and put a lot more processes in, and really also helped us find the right people too.
What's the biggest challenge that you have overcome in either your professional or your entrepreneurial? What's something that, in sports, like something that you've overcome that was like a devastating moment that you felt like this sucks?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Gordy beat you up.
Nah, no way, man. Something that sucked that I overcame for sure was our first shipment of these bottles, man. So you get all excited, you think you have the best product ever, right? You go through 20 prototypes, you finally get it, and it's finally perfect. You're like, all right, I'm gonna put this big order in. And I did. So we got 10,000 bottles was our first shipment.
Nice.
And for someone that's ground up, like no
Slanging
customer
bottles.
base, nothing,
That's a huge
right?
order, yeah.
Yeah, it's a big order, right? And it was in the upstairs
That's
of my
big.
house, just chilling, right?
It's a lot of boxes.
Big, bro.
We go through them, and the first thing I do is I'm gonna QC them. I'm like, all right, I got a quality control, check these puppies, and make sure everything's good, because it was the very first cups we were sending out. I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna send out something that even has a tiny scratch on it. So I'm checking them, and never had an issue with the pop tops leaking, right? So I'm going through them, and I'm shaking them. I had forearm strength by the end of this, by the way, man. After 20 prototypes, man.
Yeah, you build those forearms,
man.
I was shredded, right?
You got rocks on the inside of them, like.
I should have got like a machine to do it, but I'm in like third bottle in, man, and I fill it up, and I literally just hold it upside down, and it's just dripping all over the floor.
Oh man.
Like, what is going on? I'm not even shaking it yet, and it was an issue we never had. The pop tops, and they were made in sets of 2. One set of them was just made incorrectly, and it wouldn't hold at all. And so it was pretty much impossible to tell them apart. So I had to end up changing each and every lid out.
Oh,
and so
man.
this was a process at the time. It was a side hustle, man. So it was a passion of mine.
Right.
I'm just sitting upstairs in my house, just twisting off lids with my father-in-law, and did that for months, man, for months. And
Wow.
all comes down to kind of the principle that when you start something, you better absolutely love it.
Right.
You better have a passion for it, because if you don't, you're giving up on it, man. When the first thing like that hits, which it did from day one,
Hit him with a mic drop. Hit him.
Yeah, man.
Hit him.
Right there, boom.
you give up on it. Yeah. So I was just so passionate about it. I was not going to let it fail no matter what. So I sat up there every night, man, twisting lids, and then, my wrist strength was there after that.
Y'all
So
hear
it was
that?
all good.
Oh, that's
Not
grit
gonna
right
let
there.
it
That's
fail.
grit.
Yep,
Yeah,
grit.
man.
Not gonna let
Better
it
than
fail.
those ISOs we do in the gym.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just traded in a workout for twisting some lids off.
Yeah.
All right, so I got some kind of a shotgun round while we got a few more minutes in here. Kind of a shotgun round of questions for you. I want to know. I just got to know. What was it like playing with Romo?
Man, that whole team. It was just filled with talent, man. Every single player on that team, and it was insane for a rookie to go in there and just see that locker room, or the car show is what I call it. You pull in, man. There's a new $100,000 car in there every day, and that's and for me, a guy who just never thought I even had a chance, it was just mind blowing for me, man. So I was just in, head down, just trying to be the best I could be, man.
Did Dez catch it?
Dez.
Dez?
Yeah, he caught it for sure. I wasn't there with him anymore, but 100% a catch.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And he's
Well,
back,
the NFL
man.
said it was a catch too. They
Yeah.
reversed it, right?
Yeah, and they changed it
came
the
out and
next
said-
year.
yeah.
100% catch, man. And I know my brother just caught one the other day in the end zone where they swatted it after like one step, and I thought it was going to be called back, and that was a touchdown. So
Man, these refs, we need to figure something out. You should be. I feel like.
Back to consistency.
Okay, so because you got some influence in that space, I just want you to know. Here's my opinion on it. You should be able to challenge any aspect of the play, and it still counts as a timeout if you don't get it right. But you should be able to challenge anything.
Now we're into like basketball game time frame.
The only problem is you can challenge every holding call on every play, man. I mean, there's holding every play. Right?
There's holding every play, bro.
There's PI on every play.
You only get, it's the same rules though, because you only get so many, because you only get per timeout, right? So if you get it wrong, you lose your timeout. You only have so many. So you would use it wisely. You wouldn't just challenge everything.
You guys
use it wisely.
You guys pay a fine for what we were coached to do back in my day.
I paid some hefty fines myself, man. The FedEx letter came for me one day because I was always told play to the whistle, right?
Right.
I lit a guy up right before the whistle blew, and then I guess the NFL rules actually, if it's unnecessary before or after the whistle, you still get fined. So,
you get fined.
Yeah, I was seeking a job, so I had to go all out no matter what, and took a nice, I think it was $8,700 fine for that one.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
learned the rule after that though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
Hey, that's a
broke.
classic case of learning through a failure, right?
That's
Like you learn your lesson, right? I saw a picture of you. I think it was on your Instagram or something like that. You were golfing with DeMarcus Ware.
Yeah, man.
D Ware.
Yeah.
All right. So who won that game?
No, so I wasn't actually golfing with him.
Oh, okay.
He has a new workout concept that he has going on, and what he's doing is he's actually holding workouts on a Saturday or as a Sunday at Cowboys golf course.
Oh, okay.
So I went out there, and man, it's funny because I worked out with him 10 years ago, right? He invited me for a workout during the off season, and it was like the most brutal workout I've ever done. It started with 20 sets or 20 reps of cleans at 225.
Oh my God, man.
Like I almost threw up after the first set.
Yeah, no doubt.
And so I was like, all right, 10 years later, I'm going to work out with him again, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was just as bad. This time, just straight body weight, 40 minutes, just straight burners, man. 45 seconds on with a 10-second break, and then boom, right into the next one. And it was a good workout, though. I'm still sore from it. And that was on Sunday.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah.
So Mark and I
man.
are Cowboys club members, so we need to get together, man, over there at the club and go holler at Jerry. Shake him up a little bit, because man, they're not doing anything this year. And look, we need to. Every year we're going to the Super Bowl, but we never go to the Super Bowl.
That's football. That's football.
No, this is the real 54.
Hey, we're still in the hunt. We're still in the hunt.
Hey,
so are they, man?
54.
What do you mean? They're close to the top of the division.
Oh yeah, we're close to the top.
I know, yeah.
What's it like to work for Cuban?
Cuban, man. So what's really cool about him and what he does is he just has a whole team that he's built out. I mean, he's a multi-billionaire, and he invested $75,000 in the company, right? So I'm not gonna get like one-on-one attention every day.
Right.
But at the same time, he does have hundreds of companies that he's probably close to 100 Shark Tank companies, and he's built out this awesome team, and I have advisors I can call each and every day. And again, it's also about networking.
Right.
What's cool about it is I can call any one of those other 80 companies under the Mark Cuban Companies umbrella and
pick their brain.
Yeah, and they're going to tell me, what I want to know, or maybe hook me up with a relationship they have, and it's huge, man.
Dude,
stuff that I have questions about that I'm not sure about with, do I want to work with QVC, or do I want to bring in this SMS, company to send out text messages?
That's a network.
Email services, anything like that. They just say, hey man, this company is crushing it with that. Why don't you talk to their CEO? He'll tell you. And now I'll get an unbiased opinion on anything that I want to know instead of hearing it from their sales rep.
Dang, now that's a mic drop right there. I got to give a shout out to
you got to bust that.
Yeah, we got to
shout out Mark Cuban for that, because that's awesome.
And by the way, if you're listening, go ahead and tag Mark Cuban.
Yeah,
just tag him. Let him know you're watching.
Let him know, man.
Let him know you're
He's
watching
here in
Chris right
D-Town. We need to get
He's
Mark,
right up the street.
Right, yeah, we need to get Mark on this thing.
Yeah, with your influence, man, you could probably get him.
Yeah, I'll go knock on his door. I don't care.
Yeah.
No, I won't. No. Hey, so we've had a lot of mic drop moments.
I've been there once, man.
What's that?
Yeah, you're not getting to his front door.
No, you're not getting to the gates.
Yeah.
Lasers. He's got lasers.
I get to that front door without an appointment, man.
Yeah. All right, so we had a lot of mic drop moments.
We need a question.
Yeah, let's go to the audience with a question, and so that way we can give some away. Let's have some fun.
I like it, man. I like it.
Okay.
I don't think this came out in this segment, but if you've been researching in between, you'll know where his last team was.
Yeah, what was the last NFL team?
The very last team, yeah.
That Chris played for. Put that in the comments. And then while we're waiting on that, why don't you tell them real quick, what are they going to win?
Yeah. We'll give away an ice shaker for sure right here.
Nice.
Look at this
There
puppy.
you go.
Man, that's bright, but we got every color, so just let me know what color too. I know everyone can't handle this one.
Give us some data. I thought I heard some data on that thing. How long does it keep at 75 degrees? How long was it?
Yeah, so if you fill it with ice, it will take over 30 hours to completely melt the ice.
Wow.
And then if you put hot in it, just be careful because it's like 6 hours later, it will still burn your mouth. So And don't shake hot drinks either. That's not a good idea.
Yeah, probably not.
That's why we don't really advertise hot that much, because then people want to shake coffee and the steam builds up, they open it, spray it everywhere, and
right in your face.
Yeah, that's a lawsuit right there.
Just be careful with the hot stuff.
Yeah, that is.
I mean, you don't know because it's boiling hot, but you touch it and it just feels
doesn't
normal.
feel. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
All right, so let's see if we've got some answers flying in the comments.
Yeah, I haven't seen any yet.
Haven't
quite
seen it yet.
Meg Rose, I'm gonna give you your dad joke before the day's over.
You know how the LinkedIn comments are. Sometimes they're laggy.
Yeah, it might be.
See, hold on. Yeah, because they're commenting.
Who we got?
Well, everybody's saying go Bears. So.
Oh, man.
No. I got.
Played against the Bears.
Caroline
Not
says
for 'em,
Denver and Colts, which is 2 teams. So I see people saying Chargers.
Chargers, man. That was it.
That was it?
Yeah.
That was it. Okay.
I was with the Chargers, man.
Chargers. So the winner here that I have, is Charles Mather. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Charles Mathers,
yeah.
Congratulations.
Let me know, Charles.
Yep, get your bottle and get shredded.
Yeah, that's right, man. You'll get the workout right after. Let's go.
So here's what I want to do, guys.
Still gotta hit 24.
Same thing we did for JT. I want you to go ahead, take a snapshot, right? And go ahead, grab your cup, man. Grab your cup.
Where's the best place to buy a bottle?
So our website, iceshaker.com, is going to have everything, but we're also national with Vitamin Shop, GNC, Lifetime Fitness.
Oh, yeah.
So you can check it out there too if you want to see it in person. But
Sounds like we got a new Vitamin Shop.
Yeah, that's a good one right there.
Yeah.
So hold that cup up, and then let's take a screenshot right now.
Right here.
Take a screenshot and
We'll get the handle up too. Oh yeah.
Yeah, with the handle up.
There it is.
And then you need to go ahead and post that on all your social media channels, whether it's LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever you're on, and then tag Chris on that, and then tell him something nice. What did you learn from this episode today? Tell him something nice and how much we appreciate him being on the show today. And then what I'm gonna do right now, we're gonna trade. So I know you got cups, man. I got cups too.
I like it.
I got cups.
We gotta get you some new cups, though.
Man.
Up in there.
Hey, we customize each and every bottle, man.
So we're gonna trade some cups. We're gonna make some ice shakers, and I'm gonna, you know what? We're gonna trade autographs too, man. I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna need your autograph right there. See how I just told him?
Yep.
I'm gonna need that.
I'm gonna need it.
I'm gonna need your autograph right there.
I had an auction last night for the rookie card on Twitter, man, and it got up there. Yeah. Someone tweeted me and said, "Hey, I have your rookie card. How much for it?" And so I reposted it, and we had it going, man. So started at $1. got up to about 70.
Hey, there you go. Hey.
Wasn't my card though, so I didn't make any money. I just hooked the guy up that had it.
Hey,
there you go.
This is about worth. That's about worth $1. So we're good there. We'll put this on eBay.
Good trade then.
See what it does.
That's a good trade.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that.
There you go.
Like that.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's all about who you know.
Look at that, man. Look at that.
Baby, you got a Gronk. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I know I'm wearing 54. I need to get a jersey, but now I got 44. See that? I got Jalen Smith on the back of this. He got me on the back.
Oh, that's not a Randy White 54?
He got me on the back. He tagged me on the back. Actually, I didn't actually meet him. I would have loved to have met him, but
I thought that might have been a Randy White 54, but
no, it's Jalen. It's Jalen.
Okay.
He got a good story too, man. Jalen, because he got injured and had to bring his comeback, but that was a good story. But guys,
all right,
that's the show.
It's all about
who you know.
Wrong, baby.
Yeah. I got it down now.
Trevor Houston here, and I want to thank you for tuning in to the Who You Know Job Networking Show. We hope you've been inspired, encouraged, educated, and entertained all at the same time. For information on our different events, workshops, partners, or partnership opportunities available, check out whoyouknow.show for more details. And be on the lookout for our new mobile app coming soon. You never know how this show could help someone you know? And if we've made an impact or put a smile on your face today, don't forget to hit that share button on your way out. Until next week, it's all about who you know. Bye!